Hello, everyone. This is Minister William, or if you wish, Reverend Will, and this is the sermon for September 19th, 2021. And as always, we will start with a moment of silence for prayer, meditation, or what have you. Thank you very much. Today's sermon will be short story, Purpose of Life. Once upon it, and that is on alltimeshortstories.com under the inspirational. Once upon a time there lived a wise man. He was the head of the local administration of a small village. Everyone respected him, and his views and opinions were all well regarded. Many people came to him seeking for advice. His son, however, was very lazy and wasted his time sleeping and spending time with his friends. No amount of advice or threat made any difference to him. He wouldn't change at all. The years passed, and with time faded the youth of the wise man. As he grew older, he began to worry about his son's future. He recognized the need to give something to his son so that he can take care of himself and his family to be. One day, he called his son to his room and said, "My son, you are no more a kid now. You must learn to take responsibilities and understand life. I want you to find the real purpose of your life, and when you find it, remember it, and you will lead a life full of happiness and joy." He then handed his son a bag. When the son opened the bag, he was surprised to see 4 pairs of clothes, one for each season. There also were some raw food, grains, lentils, little money, and a map. His father continued, "I want you to go find a treasure. I have drawn a map to the place where the treasure is hidden, and need you to go find it." The son loved this idea. The next day he eagerly set out on a journey to find the treasure. He had to travel really far across borders, forests, plan, plantillas, and mountains. Plains and mountains. Days turned to weeks, and weeks turned to months. Along the way, he met a lot of people. He was helped by some with food and some with shelter. He also came across robbers who tried to rob him. Slowly the season changed, and so did the landscapes along with it. When the weather was unpleasant, he halted for the day and continued his journey when the weather cleared. Finally, after a long year, he reached his destination. It was a cliff. The map showed the treasure being placed below the cliff under the tree. Upon spotting the tree, he began to dig the ground. He searched and searched around it, under it, in it, but found nothing. He spent 2 days looking and digging for the treasure. By the third day, he was so exhausted that he decided to leave. Disappointed over his father's lie, he headed back to his home. On his way back, he experienced the same changing landscapes and seasons. This time, however, he halted to enjoy the blooming flowers in spring, the dancing birds in monsoon. He stayed in places only to watch the sunset in paradise or to enjoy the pleasant summer evenings. Since the supplies he carried were over by then, he had learned to hunt and make arrangement for his meals. He also learned how to sew his clothes and shelter himself. He was now able to determine the hour of the day by the position of the sun and plan his journey accordingly. He also learned how to protect himself from wild animals. He he met the same people who had helped him earlier. This time he stayed for a few days with them and helped them in some or the other way to repay them. He realized how nice they were to an ordinary passerby who had nothing to offer them in return. When he reached home, he realized it had been 2 years since he left that place. He walked straight to his father's room. "Father," he said. His father immediately jumped to his feet and hugged his son. "So, how was your journey, my son? Did you find the treasure?" he asked. "The journey was fascinating, father, but forgive me, for I wasn't able to find the treasure. Maybe somebody took it before I reached." He surprised himself by what he just said. He wasn't angry at his father. Instead, he was asking for forgiveness. "There wasn't any treasure in the first place, my son," the father answered, smiling. "But why did you send me to find it then?" he asked. "I will surely tell you why, but first, you tell me, how was your journey to the place? Did you enjoy it?" "Of course not, father. I had no time. I was worried someone else would find the treasure before I did. I was in a hurry to reach the cliff," he continued, "but I did enjoy the journey on my way back home. I made many friends, witnessed miracles every day. I learned so many different skills in the art of survival. There was so much I learned that made me forget the pain of not finding the treasure." The father said to him, "Exactly, my son. What want you to lead your life with a goal. But if you remain too focused on the goal, you will miss out on the real treasures of life. The truth is, life has no goal at all, the other than just experience it, and grow with it every single day. The moral of the story is when we set out in life without trying to associate any meaning or greater purpose to it, that we find the treasure of true joy in every moment. The purpose of life is to live it, to taste experience to utmost, to reach out eagerly and live without fear for newer and richer experience. Eleanor Roosevelt. As in the story, some of us are too busy to enjoy life. We focus more on getting money, making, trying to be rich, that we lose out on just sheer joy. And the real purpose of life is to make friends, enjoy yourself. It is better to live your life than simply exist until you die. Yeah, we need money. Yeah, we need to pay our bills and stuff. We need to put food on the table. But don't let the unimportant things be the important things. Enjoy your time with the people you love. Remember a sermon a few weeks back about the sand, the rocks, and the pebbles? About putting priority in what's important in life? That goes hand in hand with this week's, the purpose of life. They are two sides of the same coin. I hope you all, if you haven't already, look at your life, look at those you love, those who are important to you, and figure out the joys and your purpose of your life. Because you will find it when you look. Don't live each day as if you have to do something, you have to do it quick, you have to get it done. Take your time. Enjoy your life. Spend time with those you love. Spend time with your friends, your family. And I will see you next week. And remember, when we all come together, the possibilities are endless. Thank you, everyone.